Hello, this is a Chowdown. And yet again, we've got C with us. If you like him, go check him out on YouTube. We'll put his thing in the description. But C had a special thing he wanted to talk about today. So go ahead and run down what we want to talk about.
The Condiment Clash movies.
Probably the best bit of cinema you could possibly ask for, really.
Best movies ever made, hands down. Marvel, get out of here.
Yeah, what are you even doing?
Yeah, fuck off, Marvel.
Lord of the Rings? Who?
Lord of the Rings? What?
What is even that? I don't know what that is.
Harry Potter? Who?
Yeah, who's that? It sounds like a clown.
A loser.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Who needs it? Why
It's
would
all
you need
about
Star Wars?
Condiment Clash.
Yeah.
All right, so you go over the topic with us then. I guess we're just going to talk about, in general, just the Condiment Clash, all of them.
Yeah.
So go ahead and run down what we're going to be talking about.
If you haven't seen the Condiment Clash, go fucking watch every part of the Condiment Clash.
Or just watch that one that's got the triple in it.
Because it's so good. Yeah, watch the big triple feature, the origin included with all the other.
How long is it? Like 30
parts.
minutes? Surely you had 30 minutes to
And
spare.
then go watch the fucking movie that we made.
I know you don't, because everybody likes short form content bullshit. But we're not going to put them all in shorts. I may one day just to be scummy.
Long, something this long has to be watched in its entirety. It's quality. All right, continue.
All right. So, yeah, just talk about our experiences on it, like which we think are the best moments, just general stuff like that.
Well, I think we'll start with what we hate the most about the Condiment Clash.
I can think of one thing.
Well, we'll start with like we'll probably skip the lore videos because that was an entirely you creation,
different, yeah.
and those are all fairly good.
Yeah.
But I think we'll just start with like the first movie, what we thought we did wrong and what we thought we did right in the movies. So Grubby, you go first.
So, I think the first one, I'm not gonna say it's perfect. But I can't think of any like real flaws off the top of my head. I think we did what we could with that video. I thought it was the most simple one, but I feel like it had the least amount of flaws in it. It probably has the least amount of fucking bloopers in it too. Because I feel like somehow we fucked that one up the least, I guess. But
It was
I don't think there's anything really wrong with it.
There's nothing really wrong with it. The only thing I would have done differently is if my channel was better and not floundering at what it's at now, I wanted it to be a more robust thing where like both channels are almost at the equal subscribers.
Yeah.
But that wasn't meant to be. I started way too late, and I'm still just not as into it as he is. So, I mean, I still like doing it, but the wind-up for it would have been better if I would have been closer to like 500 subscribers.
I think it's better if I feel like it's better if YouTube's not like the main fucking plot point.
Yes, because then you get so many things out there where
it's like, oh, I gotta get more views, and subscribers than this guy. But like, I just uses it as basically the plot point of me trying to gain power from subscribers or some shit because I'm weakened or
I do like that aspect
some
of
shit
it,
like
though.
that. That's all I use the whole YouTube thing for.
Because then I don't have to worry about my character being like,
your character doesn't need it because
I don't need the subscribers, so which is fine. So I mean that's the one thing. That's the only thing about the first one that I would have changed is the build up to it. It'd been better if we had done a longer build up. But at the same time, it was hard to do. It's hard to do that shit. Like, what was I supposed to do? Run in there on a live stream and just start wailing on him? Yeah. Like, then people would have probably thought I was actually attacking him or something.
You came into one. I think it was Ocarina of Time. One of the Ocarina of Time ones. Is at the ass end of the stream. I think it was the one I just got done with the water temple.
I think so. Yeah,
I was about to end the stream. You open the door, you peek your head, and you're like, "Gay."
Yeah.
Fun little bit of lore. That was your first appearance.
That was my first appearance in because that was before my channel even existed. Yeah. And then I was like, oh shit, I need to become clean ketchup.
Fucking live stream like a year or two.
And I had came home from work and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go in here and see if he's streaming. Didn't hear you in there, so I opened the door and I was like, oh, he's still streaming. And I was like, yay! And I snuck the door and I ran off. So I think me and Grubby are in agreement here. Because you were in all of them. You were the cameraman for
You're
everyone we've ever made.
You're obviously if you watch the movies, If you watch the movie that we made,
You can definitely tell.
you
who's,
can
when
tell
he's not
when C
filming
is
it.
not filming the fucking thing.
There'll be a red finger
There will be
or a
a
yellow
fucking
finger, or
in
we
the
got
fucking
Maya with his
corner.
fucking finger in there.
Or
Like-
oh my god, we are not cameramen. I think C is a natural cameraman.
Much better than the other ones. Like, we do some kind of direction towards it, because a cameraman shouldn't have to be... A cameraman shouldn't know, oh, I've got to look over here real quick. It's just not something that happens naturally, so you do need somebody to direct some of it. I wish we had a director that wasn't in the movie that could actually
Yeah,
do
we only
everything.
got like a grand total of 5 people to work. 4 people to work.
4 people that work on it. Me, you, C, and then Mayo.
There's only so much we can do. We're gonna fuck up quite a few things every now and again.
The first one, I think, I'm proud of it because...
Yeah, I'm fucking completely proud of it.
we do a lot from the broken Matt Hardy stuff.
Yeah.
We do a lot from like wrestling in general. There's a lot of stuff we draw from Power Rangers. The first one I can't remember, what did we draw from really? Did Dragon Ball, I think.
Well, we had a bunch of different shit. Like I had the boxers on my head from
That one
Yeah, we took shit from all my old videos that didn't really mean shit at the time.
That was an impressive. That might be the most impressive shot. No.
Oh, the one where it's coming on
The one
my
where
head.
it's coming on your head.
I mean,
that
it's
is the most
easily
impressive
made,
shot.
But it looks probably the best.
I came up with that.
Literally just somebody, he's in the bag, he's just pulling
I'm
it off,
shaking
and
it
then
down
we just
here.
reverse the shot so it looks like... So
I
it looks like
fucking
a pair
love
of
that
boxers
scene.
just comes over
I don't
my
even
head.
know how that happened. I think we were just trying to figure out how to make it
Yeah, we're
manifest.
just trying to figure out how
And I was
it
like,
comes
we'll just
up
put it
my
on
head.
you and we'll
I
do
didn't
a
really
reverse
just wanna
shot.
put it
Yeah.
on the head. I wanted to look like it's coming on me.
I think that's where we really fucked up a lot of stuff, is that as the series goes on, we do less and less unique shots like that. And that's because, like, we're filming this over the course. I think the first one we filmed in like a day.
We don't have a lot of free time.
There's not a lot of free time. We all work. We've got jobs. We're normal people. We don't have YouTube jobs.
I
So
don't have YouTube as a job. So like
we have to
gotta
do what
make
we have to
money in
do.
other ways. So we don't all have free time, and we all work completely different hours than each other. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to get together.
So I mean, we're like anything we film. It's filmed either the first one was filmed.
We pretty much just wing every fucking bit of this shit.
It's going to be a little bit different for anything else we do in the future. We're going to hope that we have a little bit more of a script going on if we ever do anything else. So, but I don't know. It's the first one is the first one's fun.
The best well made.
It's the
I don't
one
think
that
it's
there's
my
most
favorite, but
heart.
I feel like it's definitely the most well made.
It is. There's less fuck ups. I was much more of a dick in that one where.
Yeah, you were evil.
Well, no, I'm talking about like I was much more like, oh, let's refilm this shot 3
yeah,
different times.
kind of
When we get to the later ones, I'm like, I just want it fucking done. Because like
we gotta get this
we
shit
know
done.
better at this point. But then I think that also ruins it. Like I think me being too lax hurt the second one especially, because I can definitely feel like the shots are not as good.
So the second one is the worst.
The second one is the weakest.
I think it's definitely the weakest of the 4 that we have.
But why?
The beam struggle at the end.
We had nothing.
That's the main fucking reason.
I think that's where I tapped out.
Fucking hate that part.
I tapped out because I didn't know. So what our problem was is that I think we knew after 1 finished, we knew we were making 3.
Well, the problem is like 2 was kind of Frankenstein together. We were gonna
Yes.
have it. Remember, we were gonna have it end with you calling the Megazord. You were
Yes.
gonna call in the Ketchup Zord.
We had this
And
we
that
had
was
this
gonna
stupid
end.
thing. We had this stupid thing. I was gonna get something, and it was gonna be some kind of reverse shot. But this is after we filmed 1, we realized just how difficult it was going to
It
be.
wasn't gonna be an easy.
We were getting close to winter time. Shit was going to get a lot more difficult. And so we were going to have this scene where this ketchup bottle was going to rise out of water. And it was going to make a sound. And then I was going to dress like some kind of fucking fisherman. And I was going to go, oh, what the fuck is that? And then we were going to hear the Dragon Zord go off.
Wouldn't have been worse.
There was too much fucking going on
But
in that.
I feel like it would have been better. It definitely would have been better than the fucking. But then it would have completely changed the third one.
It would have completely changed.
The only thing about
I'm
the
glad
beam
what
struggle
happened.
is we can just use some bullshit excuse. Oh, the beam attacks knocked us both into a different dimension or some horse shit like that.
We didn't want to film because at the time we knew the third part was going to be the end of it.
At the time. Yeah.
At the time, before we had that great idea, we were going to make the
let's
fucking
make
movie.
a fucking movie.
Yeah, we were like, okay, there was going to be after we made the first one, the third one was going to be the last one. we had to figure out how to get to the other location to film it.
Yeah, because we wanted to do it in a bigger location. So at our parents' old house, we have like a creek you can go down to. Got a big area. That's where we filmed that fucking. When was that? We filmed that in November, or was it this? It was like in the middle of November because
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. That's its own story.
Frozen, so.
That was its own story in itself. The third part is like the third part is the one I did not. I was done.
We were.
I was fucking done, and I was like, I didn't want to go do it because it was fucking cold. It was just dreadful. Like we get done with 2, and we do the beam struggle, and it doesn't go well because we don't know what we're doing. We did do a reverse shot. I'm pretty sure that was the ketchup, right?
There's one part of the only part of the beam struggle I like is the stop motion part.
Where we did the ketchup and it hit.
Yeah, it's like slowly coming together. That part was all right. I didn't mind that.
But us hamming it at the fence was just.
I do like the part where, like, you made the putties or whatever.
The clones. That was the best part of 2. The clones were amazing.
2 just feels like it's just like boom, it's done in an instant.
There doesn't really feel like a whole lot.
It's the shortest
Who shows
one.
up at whose house in that one?
You show up
again. I show up again.
No, I'm waiting for you in the backyard this time because remember you're sitting there about to make some hot dogs.
Oh yeah, and it was just I was like, oh.
Yeah, you're like,
and then I stop
over hot dogs.
And then I go outside and you're waiting for me out there.
Yeah, and I do the whole
because I've like robbed you of your house even though we live together. Big shock.
For some reason I'm wearing a yellow ski mask.
Yeah, and we do the whole broken Hardy thing again.
This is the one that had like some audio fucking issues. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it. But like a lot of the audio like cut out for no fucking reason. And the wind was going fucking nuts that day.
Yes, because that was getting close. We were in fall.
Yeah.
And everything like we were a victim of we're not filming this shit in like New Zealand or some shit.
We
don't get pristine conditions here.
There's a lot of wind.
There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of wind everywhere in this fucking country.
And we don't exactly have the kind of disposable money to just get the best kind of mic we can.
We're not.
And a fancy ass kit. We literally have a goddamn
GoPro,
and that's used for the audio and the film. Both.
Yeah, it is just.
So
it's nice little inside. I think one day, whenever I decide to become George Lucas and I remake it. I'm not gonna remake it. I'm gonna remaster it, and I put the things I want in it. I think I'll fix a lot of this.
Dewback lizards running around in the background.
We wanted all these lizards in this scene
We're gonna have a cantina scene where some aliens are singing.
Aliens are singing for us. Horrible abomination of music. But let's get to the third one because the third one was the most interesting. So this one was right before we were entering winter.
Yeah, we had to get it done before winter.
No. Wait a minute. It was after winter.
It was in November.
No, I thought it was after winter.
It was in November. It was in the middle of November.
But we saw that there was not going to be any snow.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's do it.
So that night, the night before, I get fucking pissed. You pissed me off to no end because you come into my room and you're like, we were banking on doing this shit in the morning, and we're like, I'm ready to go. I got everything all packed up. We're ready to fucking go to our parents' house and film this shit. We had to film it all in one fucking day. We're not gonna have another opportunity. So, and then you come in my room that night and you're like, I don't think we need to do it tomorrow. I think it's a bad idea. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you motherfucker. I got my whole fucking armor painted. I got it all ready to fucking go. Because it took me like a full fucking day and a half to paint all that.
Like you both made the armor.
We made
Meanwhile, my armor is...
Your armor... I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what style of armor that was, but it didn't look like samurai.
It was ass. I wanted mine to be a little bit more like medieval, and
I don't know what it turned out to be.
It wasn't, but it doesn't look terrible. It looks more like a Power Ranger kind of thing going on, so it's whatever.
Mine literally looked like samurai. Of course, I did have two people. It was a two-person job, so there's probably why it looked way better.
Mine was just me struggling to do it, and then I had to also make the Atom Smasher armor. Yeah. That was going to be a lot more detailed than what it was, but I was like, I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like I was like, I don't want to make too much.
So you come into my room, I'm fucking pissed. I'm so goddamn mad. I'm like, no, we're fucking doing it tomorrow. I don't care. And then in the morning, C shows up, and I'm like. Because I haven't been outside, I'm like, how has it feeling? He's like, it feels pretty good out there. And then you wake up finally, and I'm like,
I woke up at like 11 o'clock. I walk outside, and
then
it's
you
and it's
walk
warm,
in,
and I walk in, I was like,
you
let's
walk in
go.
and like, let's go.
Yeah, so we like
So we get the
immediately
fuck out
go.
there. We get out there. We film it in like under 2 hours.
Under 2 hours,
Yeah.
fucking
I don't
fucking
know
immaculate.
How the fuck we made that all in 2 hours?
But it was, granted, it was cold. It was a
Yeah, it
very
was pretty
terrible
fucking
idea. I
cold.
don't know how none of us got sick.
It was
but
pretty fucking cold day.
like me and you, we were having to wear the fucking
The
suits.
bodysuits do not hold in warmth.
They hold no warmth. And I was wearing shorts and I was wearing a long sleeve shirt.
I was wearing sweats and a long sleeve.
And I was like fucking dying.
It was cold as fuck.
Because like you start to sweat because
And
you
you
don't
get
want to
cold.
fucking you got a certain amount of time. You got to put the fucker on, and then mine was a little bit wet too, so mine was like fucking cold as fuck. And I'm like, oh my god, I want this done. And then we start filming it, and everything almost damn near the
it
whole
all just
third one
flows
is a
together.
fucking single take, not a single take, but like it's one take per scene, just about the whole thing.
we almost have no fuck. I mean, there's a handful of fuck ups.
Handful of small things, and there's a handful of him taking the videos of the cat.
90% of that whole fucking part is just ad libbed, made up on the
It's
spot.
nonsense.
That part where I fucking mustard mania, like I don't know why.
Where
the
you go
fuck
full
I did.
Hulk Hogan and start
I
attacking
have
me.
no idea.
That was
why I
not
did
in
that.
this-
I just know I needed a part where I get you on the ground so you can flip me over your shoulder.
And that wasn't even supposed to be in it either.
And then we could
We
do the
ad-libbed
whole-
all
the
of
whole
this.
fucking Metal Gear thing.
The whole damn thing was just for the credit, the first two ones, we knew where we were going.
Yeah, we
The
had
first
a-
one we had everything planned out because I was very meticulous about it. Me and him went over it to make sure everything was good. So I had all the strategy of where we were going to go, how we were going to get there. But then it like all fell apart because my fucking vision was far too fucking wide for the whole. Like I was dumb with how much I thought we could put in these films, and there was no way. And so basically, we had to narrow the vision, and then two was also like one of those things where we had like 30 fucking takes that we had to redo
Yeah, it was pretty
because we
bad.
wanted to make sure we did everything right, and some of it we just couldn't do right. But for that fucking immaculate third one, I think it was something to do with the fact it was cold
the
and I didn't want to
planets
be there.
Fucking aligned.
We wanted that
I don't
fucker
know
done.
what the hell happened, but
And thank
everything was flawless.
God, huge shout out to fucking Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah.
Because they basically made that third part
Oh,
what it
that
was.
part, that's the best.
The Atom
part.
Smasher thing didn't even exist until I watched that part, and I was
That
like, you know
part
what?
is so fucking
I want to
good.
call him a cut of fuckable meat. And I was just like, I fucking
The
love
part-
that.
The part where you shoot the fucking missile, the fucking it's literally
Oh.
a bottle. If you slow it down, you can probably notice it's a bottle of fucking best choice.
The best goddamn part is right when it shoots off, and like you're standing there, and all of a sudden you move slow, and then you can see the explosion.
The fucking the shitty looking special
I
effect. where
fucking
it's
love
red.
it. Oh.
That is such a good fucking part.
Granted, near the end of it, we started getting. It was starting to become a lot more fun, and we knew we were getting to the end of
Oh,
it. So
yeah.
there was a lot more takes that had to be taken there. And then there was the whole part where I'm trying to scoop myself,
Oh
and I
my
can't
God.
scoop
I
myself
don't know
properly.
What the fuck you were thinking?
Everything would have been better if you're filming on a set. I could have been standing on a piece of wood, and then he could have pulled me,
Yeah, but we.
and I
didn't
could
have
have, that would have been
luxury.
perfect. But we don't have these luxuries, so I had to fucking walk. But I was trying to walk to you wouldn't see me walking.
Yeah, it literally, you were.
And the
walking
cannon
like a
was not
fucking-
attached.
you were
It was
waddling
attached
like
at the start
a
of the day.
fucking crab or something.
The cannon was attached at the start of the day, and then once we start filming, it was just yarn, so it all started fucking
Yeah,
falling to
our
hell on
armor
me.
was attached. All of our armor was attached by fucking cheap ass yarn.
Yeah, that's why mine did not work. I
Yarn
didn't have
string.
anything for it. I am shocked. The thing you guys made.
That armor,
That shit was immaculate.
we made some goddamn good armor.
That was some
That was
good
some
ass
really
armor.
good fucking armor.
And it was even funner watching it all break apart and
Yeah.
the whole thing.
We made all
was-
that
whew.
just for it to fucking break in one fell swoop.
It was so good.
That whole part was amazing.
If we were rich, I like to think, maybe not even rich, but if we were comfortably, I guess comfortably rich would be the term, the movies would have been so much better.
Oh, without a doubt.
The whole reason we made these videos, and this is like the ultimate like gotcha moment to the people who actually enjoyed it and watched it. The whole reason we made these videos is because we wanted it to be as cringe as possible.
Oh yeah.
So that we would just blow up, because there's so many people out there that just blow up randomly over the dumbest shit.
I don't know, I didn't really think we were gonna. I just did it just because I thought it was funny.
And then my whole channel came into existence because I was like, oh, I have to be that foil for him. And then, granted, my channel will eventually come back for those of you who are really chewing at the bit for some clean catch-up content, which none of you are.
All 2 of you out there.
I've gotten more subscribers in like the last like couple months. I think I just need to get back to it. It's just hard making this content and shit. Like, it was much better making the movies.
YouTube sure as hell doesn't make things easy.
No, they definitely don't. Like, but as a whole, the first 3, the first one is great. Second one is good. Third one is immaculate.
It's
that
so
is the
good.
greatest.
So fucking
I think
good. love that
it's
story.
better than the movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's something. That is something fucking special. The one thing, and I thank God he fixed it, was when we went to play Soul Calibur
Yes.
6 or 5 or whatever
Jesus
it was.
fucking criminy.
Oh, man.
You do not know how to fucking play Soul Calibur.
It had been fucking like 5 years.
I haven't played it in that long either, and I knew how to fucking do shit.
You had a wind up for it. You already bought the
God
game again.
Damn. Man.
That was. I was
That
trying to make
was
it interesting.
so bad.
I was trying to make it interesting, and I thought you were going to cut some of it.
You fucking extended the goddamn part like a good 3 fucking minutes.
It was good. It was good. But I'm glad that when you fixed it, whenever
Yeah,
you
I cut
added the
down
3 of
that
them
fucking
together
part to 1 round.
and cut that. That was the only part that I'm like, I'd skip through it. And anytime I watched
Yeah.
it. And I watched all 3 parts like 30 fucking times. So let that be known. Like, I watched the hell out of it. For you people that don't like this shit, fuck. It's great. Just watch it. The movie was a little bit different though, because the movie was like we had barely any script. The script was there.
We had basically outlines of what we wanted to do.
Yeah, we knew for the whole thing. We're like, oh, Grubby needs to be here. Oh, I need to be here. And then we were like, now we need to figure out how we get there. We would have these small like outliers of where we need to be, how to get there, and how to get there. We would have to do a certain action that would get us there. But the movie was a little bit different because
So with the fucking movie, that thing was Frankenstein together too. It was just like the second one. So like we had all the start set up. C was gonna be Master Chef, of course, and which it was kind of hard to talk in that thing.
Yeah, that
And the
helmet.
wind doesn't help, so it's like everything's going against.
he's
you.
very soft-spoken.
Yeah, he's a soft-spoken guy anyway.
He's
so
wearing a helmet, and there's fucking wind.
Everything's
So he's set
going
up to fail.
Everything
Yeah.
is against him that like in this part, but like, so we knew what we were gonna do at first, and then we go to our cousin's house, who was Mayo in the movie, and we film. That's where we filmed pretty much what we thought was gonna be the climax, but then like. Me and C rewatched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood recently, and we're like, I'm just like, you know, I kind of want to be King Bradley. I kind of want to do that.
I don't know where the fuck we were going.
I don't either.
Because everything, I thought the whole thing was supposed to end there.
It was.
Then
It
we
was
had some other
supposed
shit
to
we
end.
added on, and it got really stupid. But then, like, once it all was together, because the whole thing, we were supposed to do the Gogeta thing, the Gogeta fusion.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the end of the movie. We were going to sauce punish his ass. Master Chef would be gone. It'd
That was
be
gonna
over.
be the end of the Condiment Clash.
But then, like,
That was it.
we're like, okay, now I know what we got to do. He's like, let's go ahead and do this other thing.
King Bradley for no reason.
Then, of course, we get to the fucking... We're at the end of it. And before the movie comes out, he comes to me and he's like, we didn't film the part where we were in the mechs.
Yes.
And you can fucking tell.
Yes. So if you rewatch
Oh.
the movie, the parts that are kind of in the middle of where we're getting in the mechs, and then where we sat down in the computer chairs, we had to film that part literally at the last second.
Like, I think it was like a week before it came out.
Yeah.
It was fucking
So what
terrible.
we did, we went to our cousin's house. We filmed the part where we were in the mechs fighting Master Chef and shit. And then for some reason, we didn't decide to film the part where we sat down like we're inside the mechs until the day of.
Well, we had like, there was technically like four film sessions. We had the one where we filmed at our place. Then we're filming at our cousin's place. Then we filmed, now we're back at the house. And then we filmed, now we're in our crappy ass mechs. And that was like, and it was 4 different sessions over the span of what, like 5 or 6 months or whatever.
Quite
It
a
was
while.
something. Like, my God. But we had all that stuff going. So we had like technically 4 different areas we were filming in. One of them just so happened to be the one that had 3 of the areas filmed into it. And we, not only that, but we filmed it in, for the most part, the right order. We filmed at the house where we did some of the starting of it, the fire ass opening.
Yeah.
Which for those of you out there, we'll give you. I'll go ahead and count down for you. You got 5 seconds. Put in that comment section right now. What anime was the opening? and I know you're not gonna know it. It was Naruto, the first Naruto opening.
Naruto opening,
and it's fucking pretty good.
I think that's the best part of the movie. I ain't saying that the movie's bad. Like, oh, it peaked at the beginning. I think the opening is the fucking greatest thing ever.
I can tell you one thing. So if you're asking me, so the best, obviously our best cameraman is C.
Oh, without a fucking doubt.
The best actor in the whole series is 100% Mayo,
Oh,
the guy
without
that came in
fucking
the
doubt.
very end of it, because he is a cringe
he is
meme
a
machine.
Menace.
He is like the cringest, memest monster I've ever seen. I don't understand it.
Just him in the fucking opening, just him walking through the fucking door.
Oh,
He looks like a goddamn alien.
There's a reason why most of the bloopers are him being
Yes.
him, because they're fucking amazing.
We just wanted him to do things. We're just like, I'll do this. And the part at the end of the movie where he runs out saying my biscuits are burning. Like, we're just like, hey, just do that. Just
How do you
fucking
know
do
that fucking existed? So we get done filming, and I guess I went inside the house to do something, and they're out there, and I guess they're manipulating Mayo into fucking running out and saying my biscuits are burning, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing it for. So he goes out and does it.
We do it, and I slow it down because I think
C
it's
wants
funny.
it slowed down.
Yeah, C wanted it slowed down. Me and C watch it, and we can't stop fucking laughing. I thought that was the funniest fucking shit ever.
And that's the reason why it's in the fucking bloopers.
That part
'cause it's
where
amazing.
he's dancing around with my foam sword and he smacks me with it. That was all him.
Everything else is
nobody
him.
fucking.
Everything
told him to do
else is
that.
him.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing there, but he is a fucking.
The part
he is
where
a
he's
menace.
sitting on the wall and he goes, "Hello." What the fuck?
I have no idea what that was.
And the part where he sits down in
This,
in
yeah,
our
that was all
garage.
him. And he's supposed to. We just tell him to like do some kind of a chant or something. And he's just like. Like, what the and we just go with it because it's like, why the fuck
It's
did
the
you not go
greatest
with
shit
it?
I've ever seen. He was 100%
definitely
the best actor for it. Hopefully he'll eventually be on the podcast with us.
Yeah, we're
So,
wanting to get him on the podcast.
Eventually he'll be on here. We'll probably talk about Godzilla because he's a big Godzilla fan.
Guy,
So we'll do some more of that stuff. But that to me was the best stuff we've done. The 1 was great, 2 was okay, 3 was amazing, and the movie was also good.
Yeah.
It's just the movie. Like by that time,
Obviously,
I think we were all
gonna be
tired.
very biased.
Yes, we're the creators.
I mean,
So-
we did think about it. We did want the movie done. Like after a long time, we're just like, we got to get this fucking movie done. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just get this fucking shit done. But that fucking final act is fire.
The whole final part
That
was
final
pretty
act
good.
is
Yeah.
fucking damn good.
Like I do enjoy everything.
That final
Thank you,
act is
Bleach,
fucking
for the
solid.
Zonka no Tachi.
Yeah.
Thank you for Cyberpunk for all the stuff you've given us. Thanks Power Rangers
Yeah, we
for
used-
existing.
Yeah, we use the fucking edge runners in like every part now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just
And we've used
it's
it
so
grand total
memeable.
of 3 fucking times now.
It's so good. It's such.
And it probably won't be the last.
It probably won't. If we ever make anything else, God willing, you'll see that again. Probably we'll have that pop up eventually. We don't know what we're going to do for the future. I'm lying. We do, but I'm not going to tell you
but
anything.
You don't need to know.
So we have other shit planned. So you just got to wait for that.
It's gonna be a while. Like,
It's-
do not expect it to come out anytime soon.
Don't expect it. We got like.
Just know that we're working on it.
Actually, you know what we're gonna do? So we got like I've been checking to see if we're reaching like 40-minute mark. So here's what we got. So we had the condiment verse, fucking phase 1 was all these things. So now get ready for this next one. Where Master Chef's gonna get his own film. Mayo's gonna get his own film. I'm gonna get my own film.
Mayo's gonna get a TV show.
Mayo gets a TV show. We're also releasing the Condiment Clash Plus for those people who
Yes.
want to subscribe. You guys can pay us $800 a month to watch us do nothing. We'll just sit here and do
to watch
this.
free videos on YouTube.
Free videos on YouTube. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that. All 3 of us here. Sometimes we'll have Mayo. He'll be in the background or something being goofy. You
we're also
want to see the
going
memes?
to- so-
He's gonna be there.
So the third phase, it's gonna be more female centric, by the way.
Anyways,
We're gonna replace all the characters with women.
we're all gonna get, and I'm gonna die a very heroic
you're gonna
death.
Die, you're gonna die.
I'm gonna snap Thanos out. I mean,
The
I'm gonna
Nos.
the Nos. I'm gonna banish him from existence. Playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh, some of that effect. I
And
think
we're
I'll just take
gonna
care of
replace
him.
you with the fucking woman.
Yep.
And you better be okay with it.
I'm welcome. I welcome it.
You bigot.
But back on topic. We're not going to run through everything we've got planned. There is plenty planned. We're going to kind of shift genres on you here. So if you want to think about, are they making a buddy cop film? No,
No.
you're wrong. Don't be stupid. But yeah, so just be wary. Shit's not coming anytime soon. We're just
But
gonna
it
keep
is
doing
coming.
this. Once we get closer to time, we'll
We're
probably start
obviously
doing
gonna-
some
we're
stuff
gonna make
in these.
trailers and shit
Yeah.
to kind of build it up.
But we've got the same crew doing
a
it.
bunch of community posts just to try and build up.
We'll do some podcasts revolving around it, and then once they come out, we'll do podcast centric around it. We might have the whole cast here. We might just have C, and then maybe every once in a while Mayo. So we'll see what happens. Mayo. We're not going to show that scene here. If you want to see some cool stuff, go watch the end of the Condiment Clash again.
Just watch the end of the Condiment Clash real close.
Pay attention.
That's
Pay
all
attention,
That's
everybody.
all I gotta say. Just watch it very, very close.
For those of you out there, because nobody comments on anything, we got like a couple
where's
really
my
great
comments,
people,
damn it?
couple really great people commenting
Where's
on
my
every
comments?
video. Thank you for commenting on every video that Grubby makes. There's a call out to you.
But yeah.
But
yeah, we appreciate it.
also, for those of you who comment, just comment in here on a new video. You've seen a video, comment on it in the first who knows how long, and we might do a topic on what you comment, or we'll at least hit
give us
it.
a topic. We might be like, oh, that's a cool idea. We'll try something like that.
Just do it.
I mean, it might be something that we don't have like any experience on, but
Yeah, we'll at least attempt it.
if we got experience on it, then we'll be like, yeah, we'll give that a shot.
Yeah, and we'll at least throw it out there, and then that way you know, hey, I did this, I accomplished this, and anybody else, tell your friends to comment on it or something. We'll do some other stupid shit on here. So whatever gets it done. So I'll just go ahead and give it back to Mustard. This has been great, everybody.
Bye. I guess, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
go watch it.